As you can see, what is in front of you, or what I'm showing right now, is that I have managed to get a working plane. Now, this took me a while to make, and also it is very simple to make. Just to show you, this is a very small plane, so it's not like just 2 engines, nothing real big. It already balanced itself out in the air, and the control surfaces are very sensitive too, so you can easily perform turns like I'm doing now. It's just the one thing is like you can't turn too hard, otherwise you're gonna hit the ground like that. But other than that, it is a working functional plane, and I'm gonna teach you how to make one of these. You are gonna need, at least for the base, some any type of wood or andesite casing. Like I use a wheel mount, shaft, gearbox, and the 2 engines. First, want to make your base like so, and then these 2 bottom mounts will each have their own wheel like that. Have it spaced out like so. They're a 3x3 area with a little peg sticking out. At this point, you're going to place a gearbox and then place 7 shafts down line with another gearbox, followed by an engine down here. Next thing you want to do is break this front piece, place an analog transmission, and place a gear right there along with your secondary engine. After that, you're going to want to grab your propeller bearing, place that in the front for now, and then you're going to go over here on this side, place a directional gear shift, a torsion spring, and a mechanical bearing, and you're going to repeat that with these settings that I'm placing on right here. There you go. I'm going to repeat that again, and then you're going to repeat that again over here in this back wing. Once you have it set up like so, you can now start placing the sails. You want to fill up this pattern, get a 3x3 bra. So 3, that, with that, like so. You're going to repeat it on both sides. And then you're going to grab your symmetrical sails. You want it to be, since these don't produce any lift and only drag, you want to place 3 at the bottom right here. And these are going to be connected to the mechanical bearings. So these parts only turn, not the full wing. And then you're going to do the same thing over here, except you're just going to use regular wind sails. And you can just place it like so. And then this top part, you can create a fin, like that. You're going to place your redstone links. You're going to do 4 in the front, 4 in the back. And you're just going to set them all to receiving. And also make sure your directional gear shifts are faced in opposite directions. So you see this line right here, it's not showing up over here. This is perfect. This is how it should be, so that it can turn the opposite way and activate the opposite side of the redstone. Same with over here. After you get that, you're gonna now start setting up your redstone link. So for example, I normally do this, and then you're gonna grab your link controller, and this is going to be test. So redstone link over here is 1 and then 2. So orange will be 1. So I believe, if I'm correct, it should be something like that. And so when I give this over here, the back engine's power, turn on the redstone link. If I turn right, yep, turn left, perfect. So whenever you're turning right, this left wing has to be pointing up, and then this right wing has to be pointing down. So now what we're gonna do is take these 2 parts and then put them on the opposite side. So this side, we give him blue and orange, and then orange and blue, like that. And then we test again. Yes, so this one's pointing up, this one's pointing down, and then it's the same thing again. This one's pointing up, this one's pointing down for the left turn. That's perfect. So both of them work now. Next part is to get these actuators to turn up and down. So what you can do for this is set the frequency, only the top frequencies, to 1 and 2, or to 1 for both of these different walls on opposite sides, like we did for the front. And then we grab this. Up should be red, down should be orange. I had a little mistake, but as you can see, it's going in the opposite direction, which is not what we want. We want down to be our up. So this side is correct. So what we want to do then is I to remove that and change for that. Put that for that. Let's try it again. There we go. Now it's working. So now both of these goes up, both of these go down. It works perfectly. After doing that, you grab your sheet, your physics assembler, and also your glue, your honey glue or regular glue, and then start gluing everything together. You can then start on your fan. You can do it what I did over there, which is just placing two wind sails like this on opposite sides, and then rotating this part to face down, and then rotating this part to face up, like that. And that is pretty much it. And the only thing you gotta do is test drive it. Turn that on, turn this on. Something's not connected. Almost forgot. You'll want to use the most advanced technique. Just place the grindstone back here with the andesite block to act as your little wheel. Turn it on. It should fall like so. And yep, it's all good. So now you can test drive this. I normally like to give both of these engines to superheated. Turn this up to 11. And as you can see, we are picking up, but we're not taking off. So we gotta help it, give it some force up. And there we go. I believe I added a little bit too much sails. I'd have given you the opposite direction for the turns, but it still works. So to actually fix that, to fix the turning, you want to just flip these opposite sides. Sorry about that. I did not know I made the mistake. And boop, 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 boop. And then now it should. Okay, now that makes more sense. There we go. Okay, and then I believe if you take off these front two, and then we turn it on. Let's see. Just about to take off on its own. And there we go. And it's stable. Look at that. And now you have a functioning plane. A very cheap one at that too. Now this is just without decoration. So if you want to add decorations, you can do so for yourself. But I just like to prefer to give you a base to work off of. Also just want to let you know that if you do add decorations, just make sure it's, you balance it out with the weight. Just so you can be able to hold air like this. That's pretty much it for this video. If you do enjoy it, like and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Let me go. Oh.